Hello friends, in this video we will discuss how to handle collision which is generated by the hash function, any of the hash function. So there are many collision resolution technique. Out of these technique, first we are discussing the chaining technique. The chaining technique is that while based upon the hash value you are storing your record, so you can make the list of array of header of linked lists, and each of the header may have the separate linked list. And when collision occur, what we will do, we will store more than one node in that linked list. Like in this video, in this figure we can see 31 and 61 are generating 1 as a hash value after dividing it by the 10. So we are not storing 31 and 61 in the same cell. We have created a linked list over there and we are storing 31 and 61 in a singular linked list manner. What will happen when you will search 61? First you will apply the hash function. Hash function will give you the hash value 1. You will come over 1. Then linearly you need to search 61. Okay, the complexity this time is not exactly order of 1, but somehow easily you can search the 61. And by this method we can resolve the collision. But this method has certain limitation. You need to implement the linked list with the number of records. The record is having big data, large amount of data, then it is difficult to store in a single node. And the most of the records that you can see may remain empty. The few of the linked list can be long and few of the header can remain empty forever. The second technique is the linear probing. What the linear probing is that, let's suppose you have this set of key values and you are dividing it by the 10. For 56 the 6 will generate as a hash value. For 64 4 will generate the hash value. For 36 again the 6 will generate as a hash value. But at the sixth number of rows of the hash table you have already stored the 56. So wherever the 36 will store. In the chaining method we have understood we will create the linked list, but in the linear probing what we will do, when we find a particular cell is already having the value, so we will go linearly in the forward direction and find out the nearest blank space to store the 36. It does not create any difference that space, that cell may be the hash value of any other key. We never thought about that. We just use that empty cell. If any of the key value will generate the hash value of those cell, then we will apply the similar technique for that key value. Just look at the example. 56 we will store at 6th row, 64 we have stored at 4th row, 71 we have stored at 1st row. But when 36 occur and already it is the 6th row is busy, so collision is there, so we are going into the forward direction and find out the next empty cell. The next empty cell is 7, so we have stored 36 over here. This is the same example which we have considered in the earlier video that you can look at here. After having the array indexes, we have find out that there are collision. So first record will store at first, the second will store at second, but when the second will arrive again, that will store into the 3. So 4th will store at 4th, 12th will store at 12th, 14 will store at 14, 17 will store at 17, 13 will store at 17. When 17 will generate again, it will store at 18. So on this way you can resolve the collision. The other method of collision resolution is the quadratic probing. This is the method in which solving of clustering problem is done. What the clustering problem? When most of the records generate the hash values of nearby. So what we will do after generating the hash key, we are applying the another hash function. Meaning is that the hash key, on the hash key we are applying the another hash function. The hash function can be anything, can be, it's maybe the combination of the two of the hash function, or maybe the combination of two of the mathematical formula. So hash key will work as a key value for another hash function, and that the output of that hash function will be finally as a hash key for our hash table. So by this we can resolve the collision in a efficient manner. And the last collision resolution technique is a double hashing. In the double hashing, again we are using two hash function. The first hash function can be a division method, and thus in the second hash function we will divide our number, our key value, by a prime number, and then we will get the two hash values. One is by the first hash function and second is by the second hash function. And what we will do, then we will take the mean of the first hash key and the second hash key, and that mean will be work as a final hash key for our hash table. So friends, these are the different collision resolution technique that we have discussed. If you people have any doubts, so can ask me in any query into the comment section. I will try to resolve it as soon as possible. Thank you.